Very good morning to all of you. My dear soldiers, today we are going to start our discussion on company audit. So standards and auditing, as and when we discuss, as and when we continue, we'll continue to discuss on the standards and auditing. So now today's session will focus on company audit. Company audit 2013, it's a reaction to the Satyam scam. What reaction government gave to the Satyam scam, and because of that, my dear soldiers, we have a new law. So the entire foundation and basis is just a reaction to a situation. And whenever you react to a situation and give something, what happens? That law does not remain for a longer period of time. So what is happening now? Recently also Ministry of Corporate Affairs have taken a lot of suggestion and lot of amendments again they are going to implement in the Companies Act 2013. So my dear soldiers, understand that it has become a rule-based law and it will undergo tremendous changes. Actually here it will take another 3 to 5 years for the law to settle down. So we have to understand that. Now for our discussion in audit, we have to learn section 123 to section 148 of the Companies Act. 123, my dear soldier, talks about the dividend and it goes till section 148, that is cost audit. And also 149 also we covered in the form of independent director, which we will discuss in corporate governance. So these are the sections we are going to cover in the company audit. But our major focus will be on the audit provisions, which are section 139 to section 148, which talks about the provisions of the Companies Act. Yes. Anybody has parked their vehicle outside? Just please request, just move other side actually here. Those who are parked in front of the shutter, you can just move it inside or so, please. So now, my dear soldiers, we have these audit provisions. So we have to understand these audit provisions. So first of all, our focus will be more on section 139 to 148. And also, we have to understand the provisions of CARO 2015, which are also relevant. The first and the foremost thing is who can act as an auditor of a company. Please write down. Please make a note of it actually. Please write down. Write down the heading as company audit. Company audit. And please write down. Please write down. Who can act as a auditor of a company? Who can act as a auditor of a company? Who can act as an auditor of a company? Please write down section 141, section 141, section 141, subsection 1. Of CA 2013, you write down of CA 2013. Now write down, please write down the answer, chartered accountant. You write down chartered accountant. Chartered accountant. My dear soldiers, who can act as an auditor of a company? Chartered accountant. Now, when do you become a chartered accountant? When do you become a chartered accountant? When you pass CA final examination or when you become a member of ICWAI. Member of ICWAI. How many of you say member of ICWAI? No. The moment the result is declared and internet says pass for CA final examination, from that day onwards you are a chartered accountant. But does it mean that you can act as an auditor of a company? Answer is no, my dear soldiers. There are certain conditions to be satisfied. What are the conditions, my dear soldiers? The first and the foremost condition is that, my dear soldiers, that when we talk about an auditor of a company, the first and the foremost condition is that he has to be a member of ICWAI. What is the first condition? Come on. What is the first condition? Come on. First condition, member of ICWAI. That is the first and the foremost condition. So how do you become member of ICI? Repeat, pass CA final examination, complete articleship, complete GMCS and ITT. Only when you cross all the three stages, my dear soldiers, from that day onwards, you can act as a auditor of a company. Three conditions. Come on, what are the three conditions? One. Second one. And third one. So if you cross all these three stages, my dear soldiers, you can act as a auditor of a company. GMCS General Management Communication course, basically this particular course has been highlighted by ICI to improve your communication skills, soft skills, and ITT information technology training is also important for you. So these stages you have to pass. See, in the form when you're filling, you will write, I beg to become the member of ICI. What you will write? Come on. What you will write? Come on. One student, he came and told me, sir, why should I write, I beg to become a member of ICI? I have worked so hard. I went for articleship and 3 years I have worked. I've studied so many hours. The last 3 months I studied for 18 hours per day. And why should I use the language, I beg to become a member of ICI? I said ICI is our mother body and nothing wrong with that. Some students, they object to the language. Now, once you become a member of ICI, my dear soldiers, the next one, what you need to have, you need to hold certificate of practice. What? Come on. What you have to obtain? Come on. We have to obtain certificate of practice. So, ICI will highlight you whether you want to practice, whether you want to go for service. How many planning to practice? So, those who are planning to practice, you have to obtain certificate of practice from ICI. And the last one, full-time practice in India. What is the last one? Come on. Repeat, my dear soldiers. Member of ICI, holding certificate of practice, and full-time practice in India. These conditions are satisfied, then only a person, a CA, can act as an auditor of a company. Clear with this? Getting the point? So it says only chartered accountant. What is the first one? Come on. So when I say chartered accountant, what does it mean? Three conditions. What is the condition? One, member of, to become a member of ICI, what are the three conditions? CA final, articleship, and second one, hold certificate of, and third one, my dear soldiers, only when these three conditions are satisfied, my dear soldiers, we can act as a auditor of a company. The earlier law, we had holder of certificate under Part B States Act 1951. Now that has been removed, and now exclusively only chartered accountants can act as a auditor of a company. Clear? Understood? Getting the point? Now, can a partnership firm act as an auditor of a company? The condition, they say, majority of the partners must be chartered accountant. What is the condition? Come on. Come on, repeat one more time. Come on. Repeat. Come on. In the old law, 1956, they said all partners must be chartered accountant. In the new law, they say majority must be chartered accountant. See what happened. As per 1956 law, it clearly highlighted all partners must be CA. In 2006 and 2008, the CA Institute, they made an amendment whereby they allowed CA to enter into partnership with non-CA. So 2006-2008, the amendment came where a chartered accountant now we can enter into partnership with a non-CA. Who are these non-CA? Come on, repeat. Company secretary, cost accountant, MBA, actuary, engineers. So they allowed architect. They allowed us to enter into partnership with a company secretary, with a cost accountant, with an MBA. With these professionals, we were allowed to enter the partnership. They said, yes, you can go ahead and enter into partnership with them. He said, fine, no problem. But it became a flop concept. Why it became a flop concept? because the Companies Act 1956, so the concept failed. What was the vision of ICI? Under one roof, you should have CA, CS, CMA, lawyer, all of them practicing together. And when a client enters the office, it should be like a one-stop shop. One-stop shop firms, that's it. All kind of service he will get. He should get the lawyer there itself. So to synergize the growth among various professionals, ICI brought this change with lot of big ambition. But the problem what happened? The old law does not permit. Then when the government was drafting 2009, the Satyam scam happened. Satyam scam happened, and after that government started working overtime. And my dear soldiers, 2013-14, when they were drafting the law, they clearly highlighted, ICI made a recommendation that instead of word all, to replace the word majority. Because then only ICI's recommendation of a multidisciplinary audit firm or one-stop audit firm will come into picture. So Ministry of Corporate Affairs, they accepted the recommendation. They said, okay, fine, we'll replace the word all by majority. Majority should be chartered accountant. So that is a rule it came. Now issues. Suppose say A and company. There are three partners. Okay. There are three partners, two chartered accountants and one company secretary. Can I appoint them as an auditor of a company? Permissible, not permissible. But who can sign the audit report? Who can sign the audit report? Who can sign the audit report? Come on. Chartered accountant. Who can sign the audit report? Come on. Only chartered accountant can sign the audit report. Who can sign the audit report? Come on. So you can have a non-CA as a partner, but when it comes to signing of audit report or issuing audit report, it has to be a chartered accountant. Now let me complicate this further. Suppose say, my dear soldiers, let us take an example. Suppose say we take example. Suppose say there are say four partners. Four partners are there. Okay, in the firm, two chartered accountants, one company secretary, one lawyer. Can I appoint this firm as an auditor of a company? Yes or no? Why no? Majority. You are applying a simple mathematical rule. 50% are chartered accountant and one company secretary, one lawyer. Correct? You are appointing a mathematical formula. But I object to this actually, because it says one company secretary, one lawyer. Okay, compared to one company secretary, one lawyer, chartered accountant is majority. So I will appoint this firm as an auditor. Acceptable, not acceptable? Come on, why not? Why not? When you say majority, compared to one company secretary and one cost accountant or one lawyer, there are two chartered accountants. So chartered accountants are majority compared to other professionals. So can I appoint them as an auditor? It is a gray area. Still we don't have answer for this. Getting the point actually here. So don't just go by mathematical majority. Even this kind of cases may also come. We can interpret. Law can be interpreted in any manner. The legislature has made the law. Now it depends upon us how we interpret. Don't you agree with me? One side you forget about mathematical majority. Is it not majority? Yes. Compared to other professional, chartered accountants are majority. So I'll appoint this firm as an auditor. So this issue was raised in a discussion in ICI. Still it is pending. Still we require clarity. Some of them they tell, sir, Supreme Court has to pass an order. Only when Supreme Court interprets, then only it will be acceptable as a law. So now when Supreme Court will decide, we don't know. All of you are clear with this? So this is one gray area which is there, which is unanswered as to what is majority. Clear with this aspect here? A welcome change which has been brought is that even LLP can act as an auditor of a company. The word firm, partnership firm, also includes LLP. It's a unique feature. LLP is a cusp of company and partnership firm. It has got features of all good things of company and partnership firm. Many of my clients, they are so much confused about the new Companies Act 2013. They say it's better to register LLP. So LLP registration is now booming up like anything. But LLP, they clearly highlight that there also majority of the partners must be chartered accountant. So three formats of practice is allowable now. My dear soldiers, proprietorship concern, partnership concern, LLP. Repeat, come on. For partnership concern LLP, what is the condition? Must be, that's a condition to be satisfied in case of a like say partnership firm, and the firm word includes LLP. Okay, thereby the recommendation of ICAI has been accepted. So both ICAI and company law are on the same page when it comes to an audit firm. Confusion will not be there. In the old law, they stressed on all the partners. Now what is the word? Majority of the partners. Now leave half page. Later I'll update the notes for you. Now right after little half page, you write down disqualification provision. Disqualification provision. Disqualification provision. Section 141. Section 141. Section 141. Subsection 3. Section 141. Subsection 3. We understood who can act as an auditor of a company. Now we have to understand who cannot act as an auditor of a company. Even though you may be a chartered accountant, but you will not be allowed to act as an auditor under certain circumstances. What are these circumstances? We'll try to understand. Point number one, body corporate. Body corporate. First point number one, body corporate. Who cannot act as an auditor? Come on. What is body corporate? Company. Simple meaning. One company cannot act as auditor of another company because it's an artificial judicial person. And you cannot appoint an artificial judicial person. See, when I sign an audit report, I am personally liable. Partners are personally liable. So, my dear soldiers, understand that all of us are personally liable. But in case of company, something goes wrong, who will be liable? You cannot put the certificate of incorporation inside the jail. And it's an obnoxious thing to even imagine also. So, my dear soldiers, understand one thing very clearly, that when we talk about body corporate, one company cannot act as auditor of another company. But the meaning of body corporate is very broader. Because body corporate does not mean only company. Come on, repeat. Company, corporation. What is corporation? Any entity which is established under the law of parliament. For example, you have, say, RBI. RBI is registered under RBI Act. SBI registered under SBI Act. LIC registered under LIC Act. So corporation means what? It is established under the act of a parliament. Come on, repeat. Company, corporation, trust, cooperative society, LLP. Body corporate includes company, corporation, society, trust, LLP. The meaning of body corporate is very broader. Repeat one more time, come on. Company, corporation. Sir, what dear sir? You are contradicting your own statement. First you tell you can act as an auditor under LLP. Now you are telling that the body corporates include LLP. So you are contradicting your own statement. It's not like this, my dear soldiers. They have addressed this also. Continue there. Body corporate, continue there. After that, except LLP under LLP Act of 2008. LLP under LLP Act of 2008. This anomaly is addressed by this way. They just put the word except LLP under LLP Act of 2008. All of you clear with this? Come on, body corporate includes what? Come on, my dear soldiers. Company, corporation. Can a foreign LLP act as an auditor of a company? Foreign LLP. No. So that's why, see, foreign LLP cannot act as auditor of a company. It will be treated as a body corporate. They say LLP under LLP Act of 2008. So only Indian LLPs are exempted. Then second one you write down, point number 2. Point number 2 you write down under exception. Employee or officer of a company